How's it going, everybody? So, it is we're gonna do a really weird video today versus our usual kind of stuff, whatever that we do the Library of Ruina. It's gonna be a little bit of an intermission episode. You can see how many fucking hours I put into the game right here, by the way, if anybody thinks that I am flubbing or lying about how many fucking hours that I've put into it, though. But apparently we're at 52 and a half, which is interesting. Very interesting, considering the montages, but, I wanted to talk about something in particular before going into anything further, specifically because we're in a weird lull with updates right now where there's something really big that's going to happen, and I want to wait until that change happens before I jump back into the game. It's a lot of the reasoning why I've been waiting before getting into it, and it's also a lot of the reasoning to, I don't know, it's not really, I'm not very motivated to jump into the game at the moment as well right now, but like, again, a lot of it is this weird update lull because I knew that there's a big update, I believe, coming this Friday. I don't think it's in the game at the moment. I did take a look at it. By the way, ignore the lineup of everything on the windows right now. I apologize for the black, like, box towards the bottom of the screen. It's just, I don't know, OBS just doesn't want to fit its screen for some reason, so there's empty space at the bottom of the screen, and I just want to cut out the top just in case, so that I don't get like 900 friend invites on fucking Steam. I love you guys to death, I really do, but it's just, if I wind up getting like fucking kind of popular and people dig through videos for whatever, because people will do it and they'll find me and I'll get 900 friend invites, but, you know, it's just a safety thing is all. But that being said, I kind of want to read off the update, and we're going to go from there for anybody who's missing out on this. But I don't think that anybody who watches my LP is unaware of this update, if I'm going to be perfectly honest with you guys. You are well on the fan wagon, then, yeah, we're going to call it the fan wagon, not the bandwagon, than I am. Which, again, just keep in mind that when it comes to, like, opinion time and everything towards the end, this is coming from my own personal perspective of the game. I have never at all at any point been at the end game or at the very end of content waiting for the next patch, like a vast majority of you all have. I came into this game quite late, and I came into this game taking my time through the whole entire experience, so yeah. That being said, let's go ahead and just go through it. So, from what I'm understanding right here, starting out from the top, they're actually going to start limiting combat pages, which I believe limited grade are the purple ones, so we'll have to, I don't know if this is all types, but I think it's specific ones up to 6 copies of them, which I've never done that before, but I imagine there's a reason to do it, and that's why they're limiting them. Beyond that, I don't really see anything important for this whole combat pages area, though, right there. So that's one main change that's going to be happening. Going further, card draw, no changes will be made. Changes to the battle system. They're actually changing the way that the emotion tokens will be working for being able to get abnormality cards and stuff. So they're going to keep the positive and negative emotions, but they're going to be changing which ones that we wind up getting. Awakening is green, breakdown cards are red, depending on the coins that we get. I thought that it was always like this, but I guess not. So this really won't be affecting me in any way, shape, or form, if I'm being perfectly honest with you. But this is also good, because now for the fights where I'm actually going to be struggling a bit more with Malkuth Floor, I think we're a lot more likely to be able to pull that one teddy bear card that I love for clashes. So that'll be a thing that'll happen. Changes to books. What is it? Each individual character, Yun Aryan affiliation, the Yun's office will maintain their own books. Oh, so there'll be a Yun and an Airy book then. Gotcha. Which is fine. But this is the main one right here, the biggest change that I am looking forward to right here. So, they're going to completely remove levels from the game. They're going to completely remove levels, and I guess they're adding this in. I didn't know that they were doing this this key page editing feature, but I knew that they were removing levels from the game. And I was wondering what the fuck they were thinking originally, but if this is going to be what they change it out to, I'm actually quite ecstatic to see the results. So, obviously, receive from the September number of aspects. I don't know. Yeah, this is planned for the 18th, so yep. Okay. The main thing that they're pointing out right here is this is supposed to emphasize RPG-esque fun and freedom of customization. I am down for that. They want to alleviate the grind in the game and make it so that there's a little more creativity with shit. This is the stuff that I was talking about when I made that video a while ago talking about the Library of Ruina, guys. Like, this is the kind of shit that I'm talking about when it comes to RPGs. This is the shit that I like to see in RPG games. And this isn't just like a, oh, well, Christian likes this over this, so, you know, just a preferential thing. No, it's just, this adds actual creativity and, I'm not gonna say fun, but it just has a little bit more effort into the way that the systems are versus, oh, well, you just fight the same shit over and over and over again until you get stronger and build your numbers. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it actually is more down to the player and their own creativity and the shit that they can come up with, if this is done properly. That is. Obviously, you're still going to need to get the key pages that you need or get the things that you need for all of these, like, things that you need to be able to fucking customize the page from what I'm seeing there, but still, it seems like it's a lot more reliant on what I can do as a player and how I can plan out what I'm going to be doing in all of my builds and stuff versus arbitrary fucking numbers. So this is going to look very interesting to me as a player, and I cannot fucking wait to play around with this, and we'll probably be doing this on patch day. I don't know what we'll be doing on patch day specifically, but I'm going to try to get a recording going on Friday where we'll be fucking around with this feature, and we're just going to see what we can do with it, really. But, yeah, to customize their key pages within given limits, increasing the freedom and diversity of deck setups, yeah. And also to make better use of the passive ability system than we do now. It's not awful at the moment, but it's pretty lackluster with passives, because it's all random based off of level 10, 20, and 30, I think. So, key page editing feature has been added. You may attribute equipped key pages to another key. Yeah, exactly. So you put other key pages into it. By editing a key page, it is possible to equip passive abilities but from several different key pages. That's a good one. So you have a use for all of your older key pages that you don't use. However, the passive abilities of the main key page cannot be unequipped or swapped out for another passive. Also, it is not possible to equip the same passive ability multiple times. Okay, that's fine. Depending on the perceived value of passive abilities, some limits may be opposed to future forms of... Okay, which is fine. So they're saying if they change something where there's like a cost behind a passive, they may just add it in later on down the line, so be aware of that, which is fair. Changes to passive abilities themselves are follows. Minor yellow passives are removed. No changes will be made to the existing blue passives. Oh, wow, they're removing yellow passives altogether. But I guess blue are... Okay, so there's no random passives, but they have the burnt into the page pass. I gotcha. Alright, removed levels from key pages. Yeah, naturally. So that was the thing I mentioned before. You'd only have a set amount of any certain key page. To prevent the situation where too many librarians have the exact same setup, which is fair. Higher grade, paperback, hardcover, the key pages, the fewer copies you can own, naturally. Chapter-based filter will be applied to the key page inventory by default. Opening the inventory will automatically... They don't even tell you how many key pages that you can own, though, which is weird. Okay. Changes to books. You will gain... This is basically telling you that you get key pages now if you have that... not key pages, combat pages, if you have the max number of key pages for it. So you'll just wind up getting straight combat pages, which is cool. I'm okay with that. Just to make sure that you still get shit from burning books. Changing to combat pages. Added a save, load, and edit... Oh my fucking god, finally. Thank fuck, dude. Quality of life changes are going to go a long way for Project Moon if they keep doing things like this later on down the line. They're small, like, fucking slice of life changes that they have towards just making it easier to go through the inventory, set things up, get in there, and get the fuck out and move on with your life. It's just going to be better for them. Now, they got rid of a lot of the grind, apparently, from this new patch that they're doing, so it's not as frustrating as it could have been before, but... Again, these small quality of life changes are going to go a long way with this game. Considering that Lobotomy just sorely needed a lot of those, if I'm being perfectly honest with you. So this is a great step up that I'm seeing right here. I just can't wait to see, and somebody was telling me, I did read before, somebody did tell me that there is a bit of an auto battle, so my apologies for missing that one. That was entirely on me. That's why I tend to leave things open-ended, so I hope that I was saying that if I didn't notice, like, that, you know, I could still be in the wrong with that one, but worst case scenario, I apologize for that if I did not notice that. I would like to kind of fuck around with that in the future, but even still, though, I still feel that the game needs, like, a forfeit battle button. Just that simple, where you lose what you had right there. Maybe you can keep the books that you've gotten up to that point. Say you can't really beat the Kurakumo clan, but you know how to, you have a good chance of being able to get in there and beat Sayo and just get the fuck out. So you could go in, beat the shit out of Sayo, and just forfeit. Like, that kind of a thing. Like, that could have gone a long way, but that's fine. This game still has a long way of patching. Let's continue further on with all of this bullshit. Combat pages now have per floor limits, a limited number of copies of a page, into the whole decks, which is fine. It changes to the emotion level. Adjusted the effects and numerical values of most abnormality pages. I don't know if that's good or bad. We'll have to see what that looks like later on, but I imagine that's more of a balance patch thing, so we'll see how that affects the abnormality pages that I like. Changes to battle system, I guess not a thing. And that goes through the entire patch, really, guys. So I just wanted to go ahead and talk about that one with you and just, you know, explain. And let's just go back over to this again. Again, I've never been at the end of content in this game. I have never really been subject to the full grind. It sounds like it was a pain in the ass. But from what I am seeing right here, before we jump into all of this other shit, I might as well just wait until this patch happens. We can fuck around with this and then we can get back into the game. I will have renewed vitality upon getting into the game, and it'll be nothing but positive, I feel, by just waiting for this patch to come Friday on the 18th. But that being said, as well, I am extremely excited to see how this works. I wanted to see the details of it when I was going through my feed before I was going to do a recording today, and then I looked at this and was like, you know, I might as well just wait for it, because I kind of don't even really want to play the game today. But, I don't know, you guys let me know what you think, who have already been through the grind and stuff with the later pages, on how you feel about it. I think I've got a pretty good concept anyway, though, but I don't see how this could be something that has too much of a negative impact. I think the positives far outweigh the negatives, and honestly, the game would have grown incredibly fucking stagnant if they just kept, like, this grind-heavy bullshit going on throughout the whole entire game. So I think this is a really good change that they're doing. This is a really, really good change that the game fucking needed, honestly. So yeah, I don't know. I'm sick of seeing RPGs fall into the same trap and stuff, man. Like, it's so old of seeing the same arbitrary shit in every RPG game that just makes it old and boring, and everybody is afraid to fucking try something interesting that makes you want to go back into it to, you know, like, I don't know. You can have replay value from things other than fighting the same battles over and over and over again to make your numbers slightly higher. You're like, you know what I'm saying, guys? So I will see you later. We're going to cut it off here, and, yeah, so take it easy. Can't wait to see what you guys think about this. So I will catch you later. Ciao.